One of the reasons white people hate black people is because we cannot tolerate black joy. We don't like black people to be educated. We don't like them to be successful. We don't want black judges. We don't want anything for black people that doesn't directly affect and entertain us. So we can have a black nanny, we can have a black house cleaner, we can have a black teacher, we can have a black coach, we can have black players, but only for the specific things that we feel comfortable with.
All right, peace, y'all. So I came across this video today on TikTok. It's starting to pick up some momentum on the internet. It kind of like starting to go viral. But I came across this on TikTok. A woman by the name of Aber Cedarbrah McDo, and she speaks out about the truth about racism and why white people truly hate black people. And she basically runs it all down, and it's quite interesting. So we're gonna get into this. Again, her name is Aber Cedarbrah McDo on TikTok. And look, let's go ahead and get into this video. Make sure y'all hit that like button.
So, hey, boo, I just had a thought. One of the reasons white people hate black people is because we cannot tolerate black joy. We cannot tolerate black intelligence. We cannot tolerate black beauty. We cannot tolerate black confidence. We cannot tolerate black camaraderie. We cannot tolerate anything that frees a black person. There's a level of racism that I think hits differently for black people than it does for Asian people or Hispanic people or Middle Eastern people or Native Americans, even. Each one of those things that people think regarding other races are different with black people, I think. Because again, we don't like black people to be educated. We don't like them to be successful. We don't want black judges. We don't want anything for black people that doesn't directly affect and entertain us. So we can have a black nanny, we can have a black house cleaner, we can have a black teacher, we can have a black coach, we can have black players, but only for the specific things that we feel comfortable with. I think about all those all those sweet children that have been killed, murdered when they go out with their white friends. And I think that as much as the trauma of slavery comes down through the DNA, I think also the cruelty of slavery, the the desire to hurt, the desire to steal and kill and humiliate and torment and disappear black people is what comes down through the DNA. I think when you do something like that for long enough and you pass it down for the many years that slavery and enslaved people were in chains, That is an instinct with us, cruelty. And I think you can see it in many videos. All the white women and white men that are telling black kids and black families to get the hell out of here, you don't belong. We just don't want you to have more than us, honey. We just don't want you to be prettier. We don't want you to be the beauty standard. We don't want you to be judges or anything like that. We want you to be below us, beneath us. And we've tried so hard to keep you down, and we failed so badly. Um, because, like Maya Angelou said, still you rise. We may hate you, we may beat you, we may do those things, and it makes us crazy that you keep coming back and getting better. We can't stand it. I don't know why that is. I think I heard somebody say that white people are the ones that have the um, ancestors that were closely related to the apes. And I believe that. We are so similar to Cro-Magnon man, Neanderthals. We're fucking pale monsters. I really hate being white sometimes. I'm super ashamed. I think things like, sorry, I don't get good sleep right now. I think when I see a young black kid with a bunch of white kids, or like I try to watch for things that are happening. And I was thinking to myself, if I saw a black kid hopping in a vehicle with a bunch of white kids, what would I do? I mean, I could do anything. I could get the black kid to come over and say, "Hey, I think I know your mother. Come here," and then to say, "You better get away from all them white boys." But I had a brown friend of mine tell me that that was silly, and that it is savior-ish. Ooh, and I don't like that. White savior, white savior. Ugh. And then I still do it. I have it in me that black people need my help. Mexican people need my help. Hispanic people need my help. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. If they do, oh, please forgive me. I'm so sorry. If they do, they'll ask. That's one thing. They'll ask. Um, and I'll know instinctually if I'm out and about and something's happening. I can just pay attention and see if there's a way for me to step to whatever the white person is doing. I don't know. We'll see. I think the cruelty lives in us, and I don't mean it like we don't have a choice. Of course we have a choice, but it comes down as instinct, and unless we work desperately, unless we work very, 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 very hard for very, very, very many years, we will never be rid of it. We'll never be rid of it anyway. But anyway, that's my thought for whatever it's worth.
All right, so her name is Aber Cedarbrug McDo, and you gotta admire the honesty. So she's basically saying, white people, racist white people hate black people because they don't want to see them, rise to the occasion. They envy the strength of black people being beat down so long and still able to, rise above it. And for some reason, our people, black people, is like some very forgiving people. For some reason, on this planet, the Negro in America is a very forgiving, you know, uh, you know, people. So just to hear that from a white person, to actually give you honesty and upfront honesty about why racist white people hate black people, So I wanted to leave y'all with that. Like I said, if y'all want to hear more about what she talks about on her, y'all can hit her up on follow on TikTok. All right. Peace.
I'm not even gonna lie. The joint pain I deal with every day will slow me all the way down. But ever since I started using this right here, Night and Day Pain Relief Balm, everything changed. And within minutes, I feel the difference. Like real relief. Now I can clean my whole house without even thinking about the pain. As a nurse, I'm on my feet all day. And this right here helps me get through my entire shift. I can actually enjoy time with my kids now. Go outside, be active, without hurting the whole time. It feels good to just live again. Honestly, if it wasn't for Night and Day Pain Relief Balm, I don't think I'd have the quality of life I have right now.
Comfort slows you down. Reach for natural relief. Night and Day Hemp's extra strength CBD pain relief balm melts into aching muscles, delivering warmth you can feel. Soothe your body naturally. Feel free to move again. Night and Day Hemp Balm melts away tension so you can enjoy every moment. Feel the difference fast. Real relief, real results. Order now at Night and Day Herbals.